Hello and welcome to DriveSpark. This is Bharadwaj, and what you see here is the TRX 125. So this is a street naked motorcycle from QJ Motors, 125cc powered motorcycle. Of course, before we get onto the specs of the motorcycle, let me show you the looks of the motorcycle right here. Starting with the headlamp, it gets a dual pod unit, halogen or LED projector indicate headlamp unit, and these are the DRLs right here with the pilot lamp. Absolutely looks beautiful. And what the fender right here again sort of looks very mean along with the motorcycle, and it gets a USD fork for a 125cc motorcycle. Now that's good. And coming to the other parts of the front bit, it gets a 100 section rubber with 17-inch alloy wheels right there, and it gets a 260 disc brake as well. So 100 section tire, 260 disc brake, USD forks, and 17-inch alloy wheels. Coming to the side profile right here, this is the QJ Motor TRX 125, and you could spot that it looks more or less similar to other Street Fighter motorcycles. Sort of looks a little big for a 125cc motorcycle, because you can see the trellis frame stretching all the way up to the back. I would have loved to see a more compact form of this motorcycle. However, you can spot the exhaust being a little bit upswept. There's no underbelly exhaust. It gets a proper canister right there, and you get the QJ Motor branding and the TRX branding right here on the tank. And speaking about the tank, let us speak of the switchgear. It gets adjustable levers for the brake right here, and also for the clutch right here. So it gets adjustable levers there, and what you see here is is a fuel tank, and it says E5 E10. So it accepts ethanol based fuel as well, and you get to see a USB port right here for the motorcycle, and there is the key slot right here, and also there's a display right there, instrument cluster. Now these are all the switch gear right here, and this another switch gear. There's not much here. There's one button to control the LCD instrument cluster that has been given onto this motorcycle. Now the fuel tank is rated at 13.5 liters right here. And coming to the rider and pillion seat, the rider gets a very large seat and a contoured seat uh, which will help the rider to move around. And what you see here is a pillion seat, again could be comfortable for longer rides, and it gets proper grab rails right here. And coming to the back of the motorcycle right here are the tail lamps and the LED indicator option right here. So coming to another aspect of the motorcycle, this is the rear section. You can spot the 17-inch alloy wheels. Again, this gets 130 section rubber right here for the rear wheels, and it also gets a monoshock suspension right here. If you can spot it, yes, that's the monoshock suspension right there, uh, which will help in balanced ride for sure, as compared to the twin shock chargers that you are used to finding it on a 125cc motorcycle. So being a 125cc motorcycle, this gets USD forks and a monoshock suspension, which is really good, along with the trellis frame. This could make it one of the most stable 125cc motorcycle as it gets the construction right. Now coming to the specs of the motorcycle, 125cc engine churns out 11 horsepower and 10 Newton meters of torque at 7,000 rpm. A 5-speed gearbox is in order. Now the ground clearance is rated at 190 mm, and weight of the motorcycle is 142 kilograms. Seat height is rated at 780 mm as well. So that's the QJ Motor TRX 125. QJ Motor 3RX25. Let us know what you think about this motorcycle. Like and share this and do subscribe to DriveSpark if you haven't done already. This is Bharadwaj signing off. That is the QJ Motor TRX 125.